Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year to all of you. I hope you guys are having a fabulous kickoff to your 2018 year. I know it's gonna be a fabulous year and I am so excited right now because I am bringing our Makeup 101 series to you guys with our first video. Yay! I have collected all of your requests that you guys sent in and I have everything broken down, and we are going to kick this Makeup 101 series off with brushes. What I'm going to be doing is basically every month we're going to tackle a different category and really dive deep into explaining the basics and taking a little bit more advanced and getting the techniques and tools and everything down for you guys so that you'll be able to recreate all the beautiful looks that you've seen out there on Instagram and on YouTube. And I'm so excited to help all of you guys. That's what 2018 is all about. If you guys haven't seen my other video on what to expect from me for 2018, it's just going to be me helping you guys as much as I possibly can, whether it be with makeup, alopecia, hair, deep beauty. This whole entire year is going to be about helping you guys. So let's get this Makeup 101 party started, and we are going to kick it off with your basic face brushes. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is a powder brush. Now, powder brushes are generally shaped like this. They're usually rounded and big and fluffy so that they can go all over your face. And they can either be completely rounded like this or they can be kind of flat that way. But generally they're really giant brushes, and they can have long handles or they can have shorter handles. The entire brush will be about like this big. So basically what powder brushes are for is exactly what it sounds like, powder. What it's designed to do is to pick up powder and apply it onto your face into a nice smooth motion. With powder products, you want to make sure that you're not sweeping too much. The sweeping motion is going to kick the powder off everywhere. So you want to make sure you're either buffing it into your skin or you're kind of just gently patting it on. Next up, we are talking about your blush brush. So that's basically a little bit smaller than your powder brush, and it tends to be a little bit more tapered, and some of them are flattened like this and some of them are completely round. So when you're looking for a blush brush, you just want to make sure that it is basically the size of your cheek, and when you're applying your brush, you're basically going to be sweeping down like this. And what I like to do is I like to start out from the outer corner, right where that sort of, where that ear, I don't know what the name of it is, but there's a technical word for it. This part of your ear, and then just applying the brush right onto your cheekbone, and you're gonna start from the outer corner here, and then whatever's left on your brush, you're just sort of blending it to the inner corner, because you don't want to have too much blush on the apples of your cheek. By starting at the outer corner, you're basically getting like a 2-in-1 deal. You're contouring and you're applying blush at the same time, and it's going to lift your face up and make your face look really nice and glowy and youthful. Next up, we are going to talk about your foundation brush. So this is a typical foundation brush. They're usually shaped like this, and they're flat and like kind of like a paddle, and they're a little bit more firm and dense, and they tend to be made out of synthetic hairs. So powder product brushes are usually made out of natural hair, so it can be anything like goat and squirrel and pony. There's a bunch of different hair fibers that can make up a natural hair brush. But when it comes to cream products, basically what you want to look for is something that is synthetic. So basically the reason why you want to opt for a synthetic hair brush when you are using cream or liquid products is because it won't clog the pores of the hair and it won't damage it. If you are using a natural hair brush with a cream or liquid product, it is going to clog the pores, and over time the brush will run down a lot quicker than if you had used a synthetic one. So with a flat foundation brush like this, you're going to get a lot of coverage with a minimal amount of product. So basically the way that you're going to use this is you're going to kind of go back and forth, sort of like an X motion, and that's going to prevent the streaks from happening, and you're just going to apply it all over your face. And like I said, this is going to give you a fuller coverage. Now, if you're looking for a foundation brush that's going to give you a more sheer coverage, you want to opt for something that looks like this. So this brush is a Duo Fibre Brush. So it has natural hairs at the bottom, and then it has synthetic hairs at the top. And the synthetic hairs are not as densely spread out. So when you pick up your product and you apply it, you're going to go into circular motions and buff it in. Basically, you're not going to end up needing too much product, and it's going to buff the product right into your skin and give you a really nice, natural looking finish to your foundation. And our last brush that we're going to talk about in our basic face brush series is our concealer brush. Now this guy is really old, as you can tell. The paint has already come off from the base. That's okay, it still totally works. You can tell that I really love this brush. I'm going to link all of the brushes that I'm using in this video down below, but you can honestly use pretty much any brush. Obviously, if you are building a basic brush set, you want to go one by one and invest in higher quality brushes because they are going to last so much longer. I think I've had this guy for maybe over 10 years. So basically with your concealer brush, you want to make sure that it has a synthetic bristle to it, and you want to make sure that it's a little bit more flattened out. I like this particular brush because it has a point so it can get right into the corner. And then also too, if you have any sort of blemishes or spots that you want to cover, because it does have a pointed corner, it can really get in there and cover that blemish without applying too much product. So the way that you would use your concealer brush is you would just go under the eyes, and what I would do is pat, 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 pat. You don't want to sweep, and that's one of the biggest misconceptions with concealer, and one of the biggest mistakes that I see, that they'll apply their product and then they're applying and they're sweeping and sweeping and sweeping, and basically what they're generally doing is they're moving that concealer out of the way. It seems like you're blending it in, but really all you're doing is just moving the product out of the way, and then you're not getting as much coverage, and then you end up going back and needing more concealer, and then you end up putting so much product on your skin. What you want to do instead is you want to pat, 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 pat. That's going to give you the coverage. It's going to apply the product exactly where you want it to go, and it's going to press it into the skin and make it settle a little bit better. So those are your basic brushes for your face. I hope you guys like this video. These videos, like I said, are going to be spread out throughout the year, and we're going to be tackling a different topic each month. And we are starting with just the basics, and then we are going to go a little bit more advanced for those of you that have basic makeup skills but want to go to the next level. I will also have videos like that for you guys as well. If you guys have any requests of topics that you want to see me cover, just let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys in a few days with another video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you all.